starting the mezuzah, one should say לשם קדושת מזוזה, which means for the sanctity of the mezuzah. And the purpose of it is the scribe should have mental intention, the kavanah of performing the commandment. Otherwise, if you write just kind of automatically, you won't be performing the mitzvah, the commandment, and the mezuzah will not be kosher. And when you reach the name of God, Lord or God, or any of the names that the Creator is referred to in the Bible, you should say L'Shem Kedushat Hashem, in the name of sanctity of the name. And also, if you fail to do that, you make the mezuzah pasul, not kosher. This is a big letter called Rabati, and we make it big, the dalet of the had. We make it big according to the ancient tradition. I mean, nobody knows exactly what the meaning of it is. Well, of course, commentaries and speculations, but it's just tradition. These are taggin, a tag, like an Arabic taj, is a crown. And these taggin, which we draw on certain letters, are traditional decorations. Of course, they have meaning according to mystic teachings, Kabbalah, and there are some explanations in Talmud as well. But if you do not do the taggin, the crowns, the mezuzah is still kosher. Like in this line, if you have two names, like Lord your God, or Lord our God, you may say L'Shem Kedushat Hashem only once, and that will suffice. The speed of this video is times 2, because if I did it in real time, it would take about 1 hour to watch, and you would be bored to death. So I did it fast, kind of fast forward, because I wanted to show the whole of the writing of the whole of the mezuzah. I also edited it a little bit, of course, like when I dip my pen in the ink, or the bits when I stop and look at the letter, kind of having doubt if the letter is okay, if I should erase it and rewrite it. Because in a mezuzah, the problem is, once you've written a word or a line, you cannot go back and change anything. But if you catch yourself, if you catch the mistake on the spot, you can still erase it and rewrite. Of course, if it's not a name of God, because if you write one of the God's names, Lord, God, so on, Hashem, Elohim, Shaddai, El, all these names, and it is forbidden to erase it. So if you've written the name of God, and then you discovered that in the previous line you'd made a mistake, that's it, the mezuzah is pasul, you cannot use it, you cannot sell it, you have to put it in the geniza, which is a special place. They have a geniza in any shul, in any synagogue, where you put the holy books and the old worn out mezuzot or Torah scrolls and so on. And interestingly, the word geniza itself is a Persian word, and it corresponds to the modern Persian ganj. Ganj is, I would say, treasure in modern Persian. Geniza also, it was borrowed twice, at least, from the Persian language. That's why we have two forms of it in Hebrew. We have geniza and we have ginzach, which was borrowed in an earlier period. That's just by the way. וכשרתם לאות על ידיך, that's what I'm writing right now. And I'd like to mention that the script I'm using in this particular mezuzah is the Ashkenazi script. Ashkenazim are Jewish people of European descent, mainly Eastern and North European, Germany, Poland and so on, Russia. And Ashkenaz means Germany in Hebrew, but not the Germany, the state of Germany, the Republic, the Federal Republic, but all the German-speaking lands, Austria, Schweiz, Switzerland, and so on and so forth, all historically places that were German-speaking are referred to in classical Hebrew as Ashkenaz. And the Jews who spoke a German dialect, which later became known as Yiddish, which is short for Yiddish Deutsch or Ivrit Jewish German. In short, Yiddish. Yiddish means Jüdisch. In German, it means Jewish. So these German-speaking Jews later moved to Eastern Europe, and they preserved their language for hundreds of years. Till today, some communities use it, mainly ultra-Orthodox communities. So the script I'm writing in is Ashkenazi, the Arizal version, which is basically Ashkenazi, traditional Ashkenazi scripts, octave, with some letters changed a little bit according to Kabbalah. And I choose it just because it's easier to write than the normal Ashkenazi. And the usual Hebrew script, the Sephardi, it's usual for me. For Ashkenazim, it is much easier to write, much easier. But the Ashkenazic Jews call our script, well, you can call Sephardi script usual because the books usually are printed in Sephardi script. This Ashkenazi script is almost never used for printing. And in medieval and new times Ashkenazi books, the Sephardi script is referred to as Velish, and Velish means in German in old German languages it means foreign. That's why the Germanic tribes that invaded Britain referred this way to the Celts, and that's where the word Welsh comes from. It's foreign. They didn't understand the Celtic language, and they called them Welsh, foreign. So that's exactly the same word that Ashkenazi Jewish people refer to our style of writing, Velish. Natati, I'm now reading the text that I'm writing on the video. I said Bisadecha, and Faradim, I forgot to mention that Sepharad in Hebrew means Spain. Until today, the land of, or the state of Spain is called Sepharad in the Hebrew language, and Sepharadi means Spanish. Now, what happened in the times when Spain was Muslim, Arabic, it was the golden times for the Jewish people there. The culture, the science, the poetry flourished. Jews held very high positions in the kingdom, in the state. But then after the Reconquista, the situation started deteriorating slowly, and in the end, in 1492, the year Columbus went to America, all the Spanish Jews were expelled from Spain. They were offered choice. You could convert into Christianity or leave. The majority of Jews chose to leave, and when they arrived, some of them went to Holland and other European countries. The majority went to the Muslim countries, North Africa, Turkey, and the land of Israel. Those times belonged to Muslims, and so on and so forth. And all the Greece, also, if I'm not mistaken, at least parts of Greece was in the hands of Turks, Ottomanic Turks, and these Spanish refugee Jews, they were so culturally superior to the local communities that these refugees assimilated the locals. It was a long process. For example, my own community, and this way, all non-Ashkenazi Jews, almost all of them, except for Yemenis and some Italians, and the rest of the non-European Jewish world culturally became Sephardim. They accepted the liturgy, the customs, the books, and so on. And of course, the teaching of Kabbalah, which came from Spain, Jewish mysticism. And my own community, the Persian-speaking Jews from Central Asia, we became Sephardim only about 200 years ago, when a Sephardi Jew from Morocco, his name was Rabbi Yosef Maman, he went to the land of Israel, and then he went to sorry, I'm speaking Hebrew. He arrived at in the city of Bukhara, and they converted, persuaded the local community to become Sfaradim. You cannot really use the word converting, because it's the same religion. It's not even a different sect, but we're talking about, customs and differences in liturgy. And the name, we are referred to the Sephardim, although our ancestors never set foot in Spain. So that's why 99% of the Jewish people today are called either Ashkenazim or Sephardim. Im is the Hebrew plural. So this particular mezuzah, I wrote it for a friend, for an Ashkenazi friend, English. And I wrote it in Ashkenazi Arizal script. But my usual hand is, of course, Sephardic, Oriental Jewish. Now also the more appropriate term which is widely used today is Mizrahi Jew. Mizrah means the east, the Orient. So we are Orient. The question is relative to what? It reminds me of this old joke that after World War II, two Jewish refugees are talking nonsense. All right, Chaim, so where are you going now? The war is over. I'm going to Australia, and the first Jew says, so far? You've gone so far? And the answer is, far from what? And everything is relative, like Einstein said. Relative to something, we are Oriental people. And then somebody is a Western person, so also, relative to something. I'm just kidding, of course. For example, a person could be from Morocco, and this person will be referred to as the Mizrahi Jew. And another person may be from Ukraine, which is 1,000 kilometers east from Morocco, and the Ukrainian guy will call the Moroccan guy Mizrahi. And this Ukrainian guy will go to university and will study Oriental studies and learn Moroccan dialects of the Arabic language, or about Moroccan Jewish people, and he will be called an Orientalist. So obviously it's not a geographical term. It's just Mizrahi. That's all. As a Jewish medieval poet, Yehuda Halevi, was very Zionist, and a very famous poem, אני במערב וליבי במזרח. I am ליבי במזרח ואני בסוף מערב. I'm not sure I'm quoting exactly. Something like that means my heart is in the east and I'm in the end of the west. didn't know America existed, so he thought Spain was the end of the West those times. And this guy Yehuda Halevi, he was a bit racist, to be honest. But hey, it was, 800 years ago, something like that. And but he was a good poet, and he was a very enthusiastic Zionist. And he went to land of Israel, and the story goes he died in shipwreck on his way. So I've heard about him. And here, exactly in the video, we are now seeing the beads talking about the land of Israel. על האדמה אשר נשבע אדוני לאבותיכם לתת לכם כימי השמיים על הארץ. That's the end of the mezuzah. Almost it says you guys should listen to me, your Lord. You should keep the commandments and be good guys, so that you may live on the land that your God swore to your fathers to give you for as long as the heavens and earth exists. כימי השמיים על הארץ. And that's how we call Israel. We never, Hebrew-speaking people, we never say, almost never say, I went to Israel. We say, הלכתי לארץ. הייתי בארץ. Meant, I went to Israel. We simply say the land. I was in the land. I went to the land. Or I left the land. עזבתי את הארץ. And so on. And now I'm doing the tagim. The crowns, there are rules, certain letters, sha'at nezges, shin ayin plate, non zayin. There's 3 tagim. And this is basically something Kabbalistic, some Kabbalistic nonsense, abracadabra, and I strongly suspect it's very, very, not consistent with Judaism, with any monotheistic faith, but you should write it if you want to sell. No, the scribes also have to make a living. And this is Shaddai. It's the custom. See you next time, guys. Bye. Thank you.